All right, you guys, after a eventful evening at the Bronze Hook, you have made it to the Adventurers League. Tired, exhausted, celebratory still. Somewhat distraught for some of you, but doing okay. Rest has taken over. You manage to sleep. And as the night goes, shifts into the morning, the group that is in the war rooms hears the sounds of knocking on your door.
Oh, we didn't get a chance to try and wake up on time?
Occupied.
Oh, sure, Grant, actually. I forgot you, actually. There was a few of you that were not too drunk. So...
Yeah, Al, me, and Davis, probably.
I mean, I finished...
Marb, too, honestly.
I would have tried to finish mine during the revelry, but I don't know how drunk that would have made me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were drinking responsibly, not chugging an ogre buster followed by a guzzling giant.
Yeah. So, Grant,
I would hope the two of you weren't driving drunk. Jesus.
I mean, horses drive
the horses
themselves.
were driving themselves.
Exactly.
They're smart enough.
Okay. I'll say this, just to swing it back a little bit. All right, before the knocking, Grant, did you want to wake early? Is that what's happening?
I want to try and get down to the mess hall, get some breakfast, a bunch of breakfast for all of us. We started this the day with a moderate impression yesterday, lukewarm impression maybe. Okay. So it's trying to clean up a little bit.
Right. Easy enough for you to wake up. You go down. Again, it's early in the morning. It's not too bustling. There are a few individuals. There's looks like a couple groups sitting at the benches, eating and possibly waiting for the opportunity to take a quest.
Is that bugbear son of a bitch in here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. 9. Fuck.
You swear you saw him for a minute, but
who knows?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you're able to gather at essentially the mess hall area. There's a couple of individuals that are, cooking the presentation for food today. Various types of, cooked eggs, your breads, different types of meats. You'd have some that are like, again, the fish variety. And then, of course, you have some dark red meats. Not too crazy of a spread. I mean, it's breakfast, right?
Yeah. Get 7 people's worth of servings. Yeah, Davis?
Yeah.
And coffee, I guess. Lots of coffee.
Okay.
Wait, is it? Oh, wait. When you mentioned it when we first arrived in Green Hill, this is sort of out of character. Was coffee that was a new invention that Wiggs came up with? So it's
not Wiggs came up with it, but it's something newer that's been spreading around Cled. Like it's known.
So I'll ask for coffee then.
Yeah, they'll look at you and be like, the brown brew, right? The bean brew. Yeah, bean juice. Got it. They actually do happen to have it, and you get that, the smell of it, as it's a newer thing. It's probably, only been really a thing for the last 5 years or so. It's still not very popular in all corners of Rune, but you do get it, and it's got that nice, pleasant aroma that kind of helps you wake up just by smelling it. And to give you a modern comparison, it's not nearly as roasted as it would be in modern days. But it does the job. It's potent. And they ask you, do you need help taking some of that up?
Wow, that is a lot of stuff. I guess we will need someone. We're up in the war room. If you could send somebody to help me carry this stuff up.
Which one? There's a few.
Davis, do you know was there a name on our room or
I don't know. Don't
we'll
get
follow
vague.
you. We'll follow you. It's okay. We'll follow you.
Okay.
Then I'll grab the stuff, pay for our share.
Yeah, I guess you'll guide them up there. Okay. Go ahead and deduct 7 silver. And you guys managed to. Are you trying to get into the room quietly, or are you guys just
Nope.
going into the room?
Going in. Breakfast time, guys.
All right. Well,
Not banging on the pans, but not being quiet.
gotcha. So y'all do go ahead and get in there and start setting down the trays and plates on the center table. That's not trying to be like subtle about it, but actually and putting it and the rest of the group, short of Marb and Roque, you guys, essentially pick up that there's motion and sound in the room that you're sleeping in, and morning comes to you. Dregnar, you're feeling okay. A little sluggish, but you're fine.
I'll actually ask. I'll say, "How you doing there, buddy? That was, that was something. That was impressive."
Maybe not today, but maybe we can do it again tomorrow.
Oh, whoa, okay. That's not what I was looking for, but wow. Man, you really can put that stuff away, huh? Where does oof. Did you use some sort of spell or something to make yourself better? I mean, that's...
No.
You might be wanting some wet food.
Yeah, Dregnar, you might be wanting some wet food.
Oh,
yes, definitely wet food.
Anyway, we brought some wet food here.
The only thing, we're going to have to talk to that guy who owns it, whatever his name is. That tastes like crap. He needs to make a better flavor.
I mean, that's not what I heard you said last night. I heard you were raving about the food.
No, not the food, the alcohol.
Oh, I don't think it's for the taste. I think it's basically for the quantity is what they make it for. And the potency. I think it's not so much a companion drink as a I want to prove I can drink something drink. And man, whew, you did. Maybe you'll get a cool name like Iron Shell or something.
I know, that's a pretty cool name. I don't know if I can beat that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
hey, guys, give me 1 second. I do apologize.
Sure.
What the?
Only for Jonesy Lords of Chaos.
What's probably the other one? Punching. I will say, like, if you guys look closely, you'll probably notice there's like little ink stains or something on my hands that you may not have noticed before from when I was writing last night. Because presumably there's not really a lot of bathing or ship facilities like that to easily slip into and out of. So.
Especially with the war room.
That's a very good point. I don't think have we ever showered through our whole campaign?
Well,
I mean, we haven't pooped either.
Grant and I were underwater for a while.
Yep, that's true.
You just get the prestidigitation treatment every now and then, but
That's true.
it's lagging.
Yeah, we figured
Yes,
that
bathing is difficult in medieval fantasy world.
we just figured that Al just assembly line car wash cleans us.
It's the equivalent of Axe body spray, so don't get your hopes up.
It's not real hygiene, it's just like cosmetic hygiene. You don't look dirty, but you still are dirty.
I imagine
Wait,
Dregnar pulling
There's
up
a
his kilt and
sewer.
say, hey,
Does
take
that
care
mean
of
there's
this.
running water in this city?
Oh no. Angie, you asked
there's
me the same
sewers,
question
right?
when I was DMing.
Oh, I did ask you that. I'm so sorry.
And I had no clue
What was the answer?
what to answer. I don't remember.
I is back. Apologies.
That's a very important question.
It's a formative thing because it was in the Baldur's Gates 1 like DM guide, or not DM guide, but in the user manual, because they were talking about like one of the factions or whatever, and it was a really magical faction, and so they had like magical plumbing and stuff, and it was talked about in the instruction manual or whatever, and it's just something that it's always kind of stuck with me. I don't know.
So the question was, since they have sewers here, do they have like plumbing and running water and stuff?
They do have a form of like running water in the sense of it's like gravity fed.
Got it.
So they have like water tower type stuff.
Feeling it. Do they use magic to fill it? Do they have people cast like rain clouds directly above the water tower.
Now,
enslaved water elementals.
You do see that in like
in big cities, hell yeah,
where they do use magic to indefinitely, where they do use magic to force water and stuff around. But anywho, I'm sorry. So morning came, y'all have food, waking people up.
Yep.
Grant's putting on his armor and stuff like that.
Same.
Y'all are able to wash up with, rags and put some scented oils on and everything. Like, that's available to y'all to try to, keep y'all clean. Y'all are adventurers. Y'all know how to keep clean. You have your little hazel twigs that you'll break and use it essentially as like a toothbrush. You have different, powders and stuff to help take away moisture and all that. Yes.
When they went to get food, I would have woken up and realized that Roque and Marb were not with us.
Yep.
And go. I would ask Davis and Grant before they went downstairs if they knew where they would be.
They went to return the horses last night, and I never saw them come back. So somewhere around here in the stables, maybe. I don't know.
Marb does that. He kind of does his own thing sometimes. And hope Roque's okay.
If you see hay, Marb might be in it. Let's just put it that way.
Should I go try and find them?
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. And then you can kind of get a feel for the grounds, because I know you haven't been here that long. So.
Yeah. Which way is the stables?
I'll just kind of give him a general, go down to the lobby and go and give general directions.
Take 2 rides, then to the left, then look up, then down the stairs.
Look for the sign that says stables.
You can't get lost.
And so you're able to, as Grant and Davis are leaving, Calisor, you leave with them, and they kind of, as you're head down the stairs, they kind of point to a door that's in the back of the building that I don't think you've been through yet. Probably it's a heavy double-sided door, and
it's
that's
through
where
that
they point
courtyard, and then on the other side there's some stables, etc.
There's a furbolg that usually mends it. I forgot his name.
There's Cletus, who was not real thrilled with this last night. He was there last night. He may not be there. He may not be doing the day shift. There's a Tiefling that's there as well. I never got his name, and he may not know my name either.
Name.
So, her name. Sorry, that's right.
You're good. Yeah. But yeah, Calisor, are you going out as Calisor, or are you just being confident?
I'll go out as Calisor. Yeah.
Okay. You go through the doors, and as you open it up, in the courtyard, it smells good. It smells nice. There's nice grass. There's an assortment of different buildings. It's a rather large property. There's the main hall, which you've been in, and it in itself is what you consider a large building. It's probably one of the largest buildings you've seen in your entire life. But now at the courtyard, you see multiple buildings of different sizes and for sure different purposes. You even do see the best can be explained as a training area. There seems to be different types of target dummies, practice dummies, training equipment of different variouses. Things you don't even recognize, you would never even know how to begin to use. You do see, as you're traveling, you're taking your time walking through, kind of taking things in. You do see off to the far distance where one of the walls is of this, land area that they have. And you do see some critters. You see some horses and some other animals, and you get that more barnyard smell coming through that direction, and you head that way, and you find the stable, and it's hay glory and everything. And you can go ahead and give me a perception check if you wish. Let me know what you roll. 16, yeah. So yeah, as you're looking, you do see there's mounds of hay, and on the outside, there's still a little covered area, but it's definitely not in the stables. You see pretty hard to miss a semi-covered in hay, slumbering Tortle shell. Just so, what would you like to do?
Do I see Marb at all, or just Roque?
Marb unfortunately knows how to hide himself in hay.
Okay.
So you don't see Marb yet. Unless if you woke up early, Marb. I don't know what you would do. You weren't nearly
No, I'm probably still taking a good rest. Because I remember this is like the first day we're back in town.
Mm-hmm.
So it was probably a long day of adventuring.
Gotcha. So, Calisor, as you start approaching towards where Calisor is, you do see a little mound of hay kind of behind him that was obscured by his large shell. And you see just a little bit of a black beak poking out. Everything else is completely covered, rising slowly, descending.
When Roque sleeps, does he sleep inside of his shell, or is he outside of his shell?
As far as we know, he is a tuck it and sleep.
Tuck it in and sleep? Okay, I'll go just knock on his shell. Hey, Roque, you okay?
Hello? Who's there?
It's Calisor.
Oh, are we supposed to be up now?
Grant and Davis are getting breakfast for us.
Okay. I get up slowly and shake the hay off and follow Calisor.
I'll go over to that mound of hay and just check it to see if Marb is under it.
Marb is certainly under it, as you see his beak.
It was a fake beak, and I was in the other hay pile.
He's in the rafters. He's in his rafters. Arrows notched.
Yeah. You get a volley of arrows falling down. I'm just kidding.
I'll remember what happened to Hans when Hans woke him up.
That's
And
true.
I've been carrying a quarterstaff with me, and I'll kind of poke him with it as I stay back a little bit.
Marb, you get kind of jostled.
Kind of wake up and pull out a knife and see his cow, and it's you're smarter than that, and put the knife away and stand up and shake the hay off me. It's did anyone go get breakfast?
Yeah, they're getting breakfast and bringing it back to the room.
Oh, hell yeah.
When Marb says breakfast, I immediately turn and puke in a corner somewhere.
I thought you would immediately think cereal bowl.
Yeah. You're starting to feel a little bit better, Roque.
Am I still classified as poisoned?
No, the long rest would have helped you in Dregnar.
Okay.
You're just groggy and slow.
I offer him a handful of hay so he can wipe it off. It's I know, man. Good times.
Yeah, I didn't clean myself up and just okay. I feel better now. Let's go get some breakfast.
Gotcha. Roque, go ahead and give me a survival check real quick.
15 total.
Okay, you're fine. For a brief moment, you start turning towards the direction of your old lodgings, and then you remember, oh yeah, we're in the main hall. And you turn and start following the group again. But you guys get into the hall. You see, you basically see the tail end of Davis and Grant venturing back up into the war room that you have available to you, and y'all get in there. And breakfast is presented. Again, nothing too crazy. It's different types of eggs, some meats, some fish, and some breads. And of course, the ever-present variety of swamp tubers.
Eat up, boys. We got to meet with the big cheese, and I don't know. I actually don't remember when we said we were going to meet him, but I think, yeah, I think they know to look for us here, so I think we're okay.
So, I guess I'll just kind of do a quick roll call before, Al, are you doing anything particular while breakfast is going on? Are you besides just eating?
No, I'm the same. I woke up while they were out, and then they surprised me when I came back. But that's about it.
Okay. Calisor, you've returned back with, Marb and Roque. You doing anything other than eating?
No, I'm sitting down and like really enjoying the food. It's like seems amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm eating, and I'll just. Is Dregnar near me?
Sure. Y'all are all in the room.
I'll be like, hey, Dregnar, I took your potion.
What are you talking about?
I took your dragon breath potion before the show last night. I wanted to entertain the crowd, but it was me. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's not my potion. It's our potion. I was just carrying it, so that's fine.
A wave of relief on Roque.
He's not gonna murder me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. If anybody was watching me, I was like leaning, ready to like run from my chair, but not just like, whew, okay.
Dregnar, anything else this morning?
Just eating.
Gotcha. Grant?
Another brown potion.
Nope.
Cool.
Just getting dressed and putting on my armor nice and neat, getting it straightened and presentable.
Gotcha. Roque already. Marb, just enjoying your food? Or anything else, Marb?
No, just having breakfast with everyone. Waiting to be summoned for. I guess that's a good point. I'll ask David, are they gonna come get us? Are we supposed? Do we have a time to meet?
Yeah, actually, it's out of character. I don't remember. Did Hava say they would come get us? I don't know.
I believe they're. If it wasn't made clear, yeah, they'll come get you guys because they know where you're staying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, they know where we are, so they're expecting us. So, whenever people are ready, they'll come get us. I'm sure.
Then
But
just enjoy breakfast.
I will say, what are we gonna say? What do we do? Part of the question is gonna be, what are we doing? Like, are we going? Where are we going after this? And I say this to everyone, obviously, not just Marb.
Are we sitting around a table like it's a war council of our own?
Essentially, yes.
A war brunch. Thank you all for coming.
War
to
brunch
war
and mimosas.
Yeah. First item of the day, brunch. Second item, war plans. Bean juice. I think we should go explore the windmill that Wiggs was able to point us to the source of its ingredients. So, considering all that we experienced in the swampy lands, we should go check the windmill since it's the closest one, and find more information about possible witches or what's happening before we go to the big tower, the actual tower. That's my vote.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think they were real happy when we left for so long, and I think they like having us, ready nearby. That wouldn't take as long. So that sounds good.
I think they have pressing work for us to do. I think
this will help us win some favor back.
Yeah, we should also play nice for a little bit. And I kind of wink at Roque.
I was gonna say, it says the guy who just pranked the shit out of the stable guy.
He owes me his life. I saved him from that spooky spider.
Saved him and the next three
generations of his family.
Anybody else?
I'm cool with that, but I definitely do think we need to get to the tower. I don't want us to get too sidetracked from that. I think it's important.
Yeah, and I'll tell Marb, because I don't think he was there. I'll be like, by the way, if we go to the tower, Seb told us we're on our own. He's not sending any help or anything. Like, if we go, it's us. So that's why I like your plan. It's doable. We got it.
I feel like the windmill is more of a close problem considering the town. They're already under a lot of stress with the attack. They were giants, right? They're getting attacked by giants. So
Yeah, that's what they said, but
the more we can investigate here in town, maybe ask Lionel or Wiggs to put in a good word with us with Seb, and you never know. I mean, maybe the little guy will finally pick up a weapon and go relive his good old glory.
yeah, and then I'll turn to Grant and be like, and did Mara ever say anything about her brother to you? And, like, what she was going to have you do or help or...
No, actually, when we left, she said she's heading back to Whitlaw. I told her that she should bring her brother here, but she said that she would figure some things out and she needed to head home.
Why should she bring him here?
Well, we can help, or either that, or to look for the Adventures League in Whitlaw to see if they have healers that can help. That was the other thing.
Oh, okay,
But
sorry
she
about
said
that. Having internet issues.
Yeah, she said she needed to think some things over. I think whatever Mothra said to her had an impact on her.
I don't know if they have an Adventures League in Whitlock, because Seb was saying they wanted to move this one up there.
Oh. Well, I don't know then what Amara's gonna do.
Okay.
To be fair, she also seemed kind of distracted in the last bit of the trip home.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she was holding on, but she was kind of confused, I think. But she played along, so. I think she was just happy to be getting home.
Right.
So
she seems to know how to reach us, so and found Dregnar the first time. She seems to be connected with some of the merchants here, so she hopefully will. If she needs us, she'll contact us.
Yeah, I mean, we made it pretty clear that we're with the Adventurers League, so. And we've said our group name a million times, so we're pretty loud about it.
She can't remember it now, then
yeah, exactly.
No helping her.
She's got bigger problems.
So as you guys are discussing your plans, anyone else want to bring anything up? Or
I do think we need to help with something pressing here in town first before we head back out to the... Grant does think that the tower is important to investigate in the end. The necromancers and army of undead and hags or whatever can't be just left out there. So...
Yeah.
Even without the league's help, I think Grant would be in favor of going out and trying to clear that out of it, as soon as possible, I guess.
Gotcha. So, as you guys are discussing and eating your food, you do then hear some knocking at the door, and then it does crack open, and the familiar face of Hava comes through and says, "Good morning, Menagerie."
Morning.
You guys look not as bad as I expected. Excellent. You guys ready to go? Well, Seb will see you guys now. That's really what I should say.
All right, Menagerie.
All ready?
Yeah.
So,
round everybody up. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys get together with your things. You guys can decide what all are you taking with you. I don't know if you guys want to take all your equipment. I know Grant went ahead and put on his armor and things like that just to look presentable. But you guys are led by Hava up to the 3rd floor. And when you guys get there, you are taken not to Seb's room, but you are taken to another room, which is opened up, and where it is a single room that is essentially the size of both of the rooms that were combined to make your single war room. And it has, every wall has books along it. It has maps. It has old weaponry mounted on the walls. It's got trophies from different parts around the world, be it from creatures slain, tyrants overthrown, etc. As you are there, you do see some familiar faces, and you see some that you have not seen before. Seb is there at the far end and head of the. It's not necessarily it's more like an oblong, oval, A-shape kind of table. Seb's on one end. There's Wiggs, who's familiar to you. There seems to be another chair available for Hava. There is another individual that is familiar to you, and it is your Kenku friend Jade is there. Sitting next to the Seb, there's also a large, imposing individual, a humanoid elephant, a Luxodon, in very fine clothing. It's wearing like a double-breasted shirt with nice buttons, who's sitting there. And then there seems to be room and space for the rest of you. Seb pipes up and says, welcome, Menagerie. Take a seat. Introductions. Before you sit down, actually, to keep things proper, this is the premier here. This is Jonas Nick.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say Rick or Nick?
Nick. N-I-K.
Nick Jonas.
Jonas
Okay.
Nick. Yeah. And he's a large, I mean, he's a Luxodon. He's a humanoid elephant. There you go.
Okay.
He does a proper bow, and as he does, his trunk also does like a bowing motion, kind of like to go. And he says, welcome to my town. Welcome to Green Hill. Seb was mentioning adventurers would be joining us.
Indeed, we are.
Pleasure is ours. And Marv bows a little bit back.
Yeah. I'll follow suit as well. I brought my glaive too, so as much as I can bow while having a glaive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the premier, it's a title.
Just checking. Bow along with everybody else.
Cool.
Well, so does it look like he's going down the line and introducing everybody, or?
He of the names here he kind of remembers. He doesn't necessarily remember, but he just kind of introduces like this is the.
Okay,
the
so yeah,
Menagerie.
we'll introduce ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the Ginyu Force pose?
Know it.
So as you guys make a complete fool of yourselves now.
Someone cast like smoke so we can have like fog. We'll put on some music.
So as you're going, and Hava picks up on the fact that Seb is not introducing y'all, and y'all begin. She kind of goes through. She's like, she goes, "This is Roque. This is Al. If I remember right, this individual is Calisor. He's the newest member. We need to get you dog tags."
Yeah,
This is
please make sure they
Davis.
don't say Gustav. Sorry about yesterday.
She smiles because she's getting in on she understands the inside joke now. This is Dregnar. This is Marb, and this is Grant. They're known as the Crass Menagerie. They were honestly recommended by some of Seb's old acquaintances. So, and they come with some troubling news and schemes and plots that they've potentially uncovered. And then Seb motions for y'all to sit down, kind of around the table, and says, "Well, so just a few minutes, and we'll wrap up what we were discussing earlier. Don't mind us, Menagerie." He turns to Jonas, and he's like, "So the Grot Guard are doing what they can. I mean, I got a few individuals up from Whitlaw, and they're catching on to the system, and they're doing a good job sweeping the underbelly and making sure the sewers are okay. We still need more people if we want this to be a successful project, and potentially keep that part of the town safe. Jade here has been a real help. She's been really transcribing all the forgotten passages, and just we don't know what's underneath. So, she's been getting detailed reports from our guards, and we've been translating them into maps for us. And Jonas is nodding his head. He's like, "Wonderful, wonderful. Keep up the good work, Seb. I'm glad you're not leaving this town." And he's like, "Don't worry. Whitlaw sucks. Too big. I like it down here." And Jonas stands, Jade stands, and they kind of bid y'all adieu and say, "See you around, everybody." And they head out.
As Jade's leaving, I'll be like, "Hey, are you done with that thing that I let you borrow?"
Oh, I didn't bring it with me. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well.
Wait, maybe I did. She's looking through it. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Man,
Hope it's helpful.
It was helpful. Thank you very much. And then as she kind of turns and leaves, she kind of makes a little eye contact with you, Marb, and gives a little fuck up. You head out. So, you are essentially in the war room now with. Let me bring these tokens in. Token layer, and token layer.
Seb, Wix, Hava, and Jonas. Is that it?
Jonas headed out. He has other things to attend to.
And Jade too, right?
And Jade head out as well. And then as you guys begin, the door creaks open, and one other familiar face shows up, and it is that of a human female. Sarah is here as well.
Did we ever get her last name?
Sarah Bella.
Bella, that's right.
So, Seb is like, "All right, so what? I just need to know, what are you wanting to do?" I mean, we have details. Like, you told me about your happenings in Deep Root, and this hag, and this swamp tower, and necromancers. And by the way, I'm serious. I cannot supply any manpower if y'all are doing this.
I look knowingly at Marb, like, see. But I'll also kind of say, "Hey, Marb, it was your idea, so why don't you tell him what you think we should do?" To be clear, we all support everything he said.
I'm the leader of this group. I said, Seb, since we arrived here, I think we know the problem starts somewhere in the windmill, supplying materials to Lionel, Wig's potion guy. We kind of saved him from these spectral spiders, and I turned to Jonas, which are a big problem in the sewers in your town. So may want to invest in some exterminators or someone in the Adventurers Guild going down there. But considering what we found in Deep Root, we think some spooky witches or some sort of sorcery involving I think it's a dark black tower might be involved. So we're going to start an investigation at the windmill, see if we can solve, some quick wins here in town, make it a little bit more safe before we take another expedition up to Deep Root to investigate that tower. Our good friend here, Cal, is an expert on the zone, and it's a very personal issue with us. We've been following this wave of dark magic since. We're going to try to do the best we can for your town, try to make it safe, and then even if it just takes the few of us, but we can't let the innocent people be put in danger, and we obviously don't want witches, magic, monsters to come to town to add upon the problem of giants y'all already have. So with your blessing and a few equipment, we can take most of it, but it's a big job, so hoping there's a big reward at the end of the tunnel for us as well.
You really don't give time for people to butt in. So
Well, when you
Wigs.
get
No,
like by
it's
witch in the
fine.
swamp,
I got you. Thank
there's
you.
not a lot of time to negotiate with
Sarah, can you go
monsters.
run down and see if Jade is still available and bring her back up here, please? Sarah nods and runs out. All right, so Wiggs, yeah, Wiggs will start talking. He's like, yeah, so the group, I did mention of the mills that I use, and Lionel and I have confirmed that at least the supplies that was used for some of the potions that I had made about a month ago now, certainly something is wrong. They're feculent. There is additional properties, and they are acting in ways I've never expected before. The only common source that I can think of is my mill that I used. It's our best starting point, at least for that. And I believe part of it was confirmed. Seb, you were telling me that the menagerie had some notes or plans. Is this true? It kind of looks to y'all.
Notes.
Yeah, the
Y'all-
scrawlings, I believe.
Well, you guys had, so Roque had found the little metal casing that had like some of the plans by the swamp hag. And then I believe it was, I don't know who's got it now, but y'all have been kind of studying them, and that's where y'all found out that the towers, the mills, the things like that. So
Is that
Yeah, sorry.
shit
I
that
think
brought
I still have it,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
and I won't pull it out, but I'll just be like, yeah, like we found connections all the way
Well,
through.
Yeah.
Like,
Out of character, I'm looking at my notes, and it says there was writing an infernal that refers to a mill to spread something somewhere.
yeah. So that's kind of the common thing
that was
that
in the
you've
hut.
seen. Yes. So the swamp hags, or at least the swamp hag, seemed to have preferred to write in infernal. So that's what her notes were in. So you do have those, and you do present them, or no, Rock? I didn't hear what you said.
yeah, so just be like we don't know why the hag that we dealt with was doing what she was doing, but she's definitely involved in what's going on here, and
I'll chime in and say
personally
was involved.
yeah,
We took care
yeah,
of that
was.
problem.
Good. Thank you for taking care of that one problem. That's good.
Oh yeah, that
So
might have made
I-
a bigger problem. Sorry, never mind.
So I think if we start at the mill, figure out what's going on in town, which is the closest, we can at least stop this end of it, and then our group hopefully is equipped enough to head to the tower. I know you said you can't send us people, but maybe you have some equipment that might help us out, because I don't think that end of the quest will be too easy.
You see Wiggs kind of grin as you say equipment, and he says, "Certainly have some things in the equipment that I can." Seb, they're gonna need equipment if they're going. They're gonna need stuffing, and Seb knows. He nods. He's like, "Yeah, I know. Holy water, holy oil, silver. We'll make sure you guys have all these at your disposal. At least what we can supply." At that point, Sarah runs back in, and she's followed up by Jade, who's also with her. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Set token. Jade joins, and Hava will say, "Well, if you guys have written documents, perhaps Jade, you're a master at copying. You don't have to understand. Can we possibly borrow your notes so we can have her copy them? I'm pretty handy with a pen as well. I can help, and we can get at least another copy of what you have written, so we can study it while you are gone. Perhaps figure things out."
Yeah, I'll pull out the thing I found on the hag's hut from the bag of holding, and kind of look at the group, be like, "Is it okay if I let them have this, guys?"
I can't read it.
Yeah. I'll hand it over then.
Okay. As you hand it over, Hava kind of stands and gets it, looks at it, and she's like, infernal. Okay. Puts it down. And Seb and we'll look to Jade. And Jade, I know you're swamped, but we need you to do this for us. You're probably the best at this that I could think of. Could you please just make copies of this? And she kind of looks at it and she's like, I mean, yeah. When do you need it done? Says, now, please. And she's like, anyone going to be able to help with this? It's a fair amount.
I'm gonna
Rock?
look at the group.
Go ahead.
Can I could have, I have a pen that writes when you think. I can lend you as long as you give it back.
No. Sorry, I prefer the textile, but I mean, Hava will speak up. Hava's like, I can copy fine. So that's two of us. And anyone here, Menagerie, penmanship, or y'all just mostly smash them and bash them type of adventurers?
My penmanship's great, but
Hey,
it's
that's
slow.
professionalist.
I,
Go ahead.
I can help out, but if my team's going anywhere today, I'd probably have to tag along with them.
No, we'll be doing it during this meeting. So, Jade will kind of look over at you, Marb, and be like, "Don't you ever practice? Haven't you found it kind of relaxing?"
No, I literally write in bird scratch writing, and I kind of touch my bestiary kind of in my pocket, but don't take it out. It's like those are very personal things. You people of high society can do fancy writing and books and share stuff, but for me, writing is a more private, personal thing. So I'll stick to the smash and bash part of this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just know that we tend to have a knack for it, but to all each their own. Okay, I guess Al, I'm gonna need you, since you'll be helping Hava and Jade, but you know Infernal, so it's a little bit easier for you. You can go ahead and give me a it's gonna be it's like a forgery test. You're not proficient in it, so you can add, your jack of all trades. It'll be dexterity based. So D20 plus dex plus half your proficiency. And you can do it at advantage because you know Infernal.
Okay.
Marb out of character, do you know what he was getting at? Or are you just purposely ignoring it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
For Marv is more like a printer. Like, I just copy stuff. Like, writing is more, much more of a fancy thing. Is Marv likes more like a copy paste, like a scanner, basically.
Mm-hmm. So, Al, with that 20, you'll able to sufficiently help and to, knock out quite a bit of the pages. Essentially, kind of Hava, Al, and Jade, you kind of get to one side and start working as the group is discussing, and Seb will, continue the conversation. So the mills, Wigs, which mills do you want them to go to? He's like, well, I use the olivine mills. They're already kind of far away, so if they want to swing by there, I don't know how they'll send a message, but maybe we can have a courier go with them or something. Have some sort of see what they find, and they can come back and tell us what we know. We can use the notes that we're getting made now as reference. Maybe we can figure something out. You guys have anything else, Menagerie? I mean, we know Necromancer Tower. We know. Marb, did you? I forgot to ask. What'd you set your Natural Explorer to? Are you in urban today?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Where are the windmills? Is that on the more swampy part of
That
town, or
would
is
be
that still?
considered more swamp. Yeah.
No. Then can I leave it at swamp then?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I do want to go adventure as soon as possible.
Yeah. I just forgot to ask you what you were doing.
Yeah.
This morning. Okay. So, yeah, Menagerie. As a rundown from what I understand, we have. Well, we here in Green Hill have the issue of the giants are becoming more and more active. So again, I cannot provide people to help you if you do head west. As Wiggs smirked earlier, we can supply you with things to help you in your dealings with the undead. But as far as what all else we can supply, I'm not sure. Are you sure you want to go out there again?
That's not the much that we want to go out there. I think is that we
Someone has to.
need to go out there.
You guys have your hands full, yeah. Like I said, for a friend Cal here, I think this is a very personal thing for us. So we definitely don't want witches lumbering around. I mean, they've heard what happened at Volpine, right? This called by a semi-necromancer, pig necromancer named Simon. So we've been kind of on the trail of this, but Volpine was the perfect example of people not doing anything about it until it turned into a pig's army knocking at your door. We would rather not that happen here at your beautiful city, sir.
Well, again, I trust y'all that y'all hadn't led the undead here, so that was my one concern when I first met y'all yesterday when you were telling me the story.
When he says hadn't led the undead here, I jerk and look at Calisor's kobold hand. Is it like hanging around his neck?
Yeah, it's not. It's around my neck. It's not activated.
Okay. I'll try to not make it too obvious.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, looking at it, it just looks like it's a preserved hand, right? Like something that a witch doctor might have or something. It looks a little odd on Calisor, but it by no means has any semblance of undeath in it.
To me, it kind of does.
Well, yeah, to you, because you've seen it.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, well, just as a rundown, just so we're familiar with everything, I just want to make sure I have the story right. And by all means, if you can confirm this while writing the notes, let me know. Hags, swamp, undead necromancer tower, mills. The mills, the notes were saying something about using the necromancer tower to do something to the mills. Is that right?
I think it's like a group of witches extracting power from the necromancer tower.
Yeah, it's like a dark engine of sorts, something like that.
They want to
Probably
spread their corruption.
Farther spread, yeah.
And it was seen in town already with the bad potions we found and the creepy crawlies in your sewers, and so they have spread as far as here. It's just not rampant yet.
Yeah, Wiggs will be like, Seb, the dark engine. Yeah. What Al mentioned. Apparently, 400, 500 years ago, the necromancer found out a way to channel whatever's in Deeproot to bolster their hordes. And it sounds like the hags figured out how to use that engine to bolster whatever they're doing. Speaking of those potions, we're gonna need time. When it might not be advised for y'all to leave right away. Should we get these copies made? Should we research? Maybe there's some more clues, more hints. Maybe you can figure out something. There's got to be something, right?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I turned to Wiggs and asked him, how far away is the windmill from town?
Oh, unfortunately it's quite a ways. Mine's not necessarily the closest ones. all the vines have been established. Probably about a day's travel. I mean, there's windmills that stretch. You've seen them. You had to seen them when you were traveling. There's windmills for miles and miles and miles.
And this would be travel via horse or boat, because I've screwed that up in the past.
Days
True,
travel
true.
using the trails.
So
The
horse.
cut-through. Horse, yes.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Northern trails. So, I mean, I'm worried. They've been doing work for me for. No, I mean, I've been here for a decade or more. They've been doing work for me for that long. Never had any problems. So,
Like worried that you haven't sent anyone, or
No.
that we should send someone immediately, I should say.
I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'm just hoping that it's just excess energy somehow. I'd never even considered something bad could have happened.
Wait, you think something bad happened to the family? Is it a family that runs it?
It's a family business. Yeah, most of the mills here are. Families set up a mill and either on the water or on a hill to use the wind or the water, and we take advantage of what we have. Olivines have just been my personal choice since I moved here. I met old man Olivine on my second day here. I was all parched and cranky because I didn't have my salt. He was nice enough to give me some salt. That's all I needed. Anyways.
Okay, we'll check on them for you. We'll take a day to prepare, make all the copies we need, and head out as soon as possible. I think we all can benefit from an extra day in town. Maybe get that equipment, get everything set up, prepare our horses, make sure our lodging doesn't get stolen again, and yeah, we'll be on the way.
Seb, Al, while you're going through and copying, notes and everything, since you can actually read what you're copying, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm terrible at that. Yeah, can I use lucky?
Sure.
Yeah.
Lucky says, "Fuck."
Nice.
Was it meant to be, or do I waste the second one?
Depends.
Can I even use two?
Yeah, you can. I think.
Let me read lucky. I mean, for right now, I'll let you lucky a lucky. I don't think you're supposed to.
Oh, really? Is it like you have to use the result? I think maybe.
Let's see. You have 3 points. Whenever you do one of that, you spend 1 point to roll an additional d20. You choose, so you can use it once per roll. You can't lucky a lucky.
Okay, then I'll save the others, or I can't use the others.
Okay. Yeah, Al, you're just so focused on just, getting it get it to look right, that you're not even really reading that much. You see, mill, energy.
Penmanship.
Yeah, you're patting yourself on the back with the penmanship more than anything. And as you're doing it, Al, you do notice that Jade is essentially like a machine. She's just essentially as Marb was saying, like a copying. She's just just not even as if she was writing. She's just literally just dropping marks as it's going, getting a copy made.
Hey, Jade, do you know Infernal?
No, I'm just copying. That's all I'm doing.
That looks really good.
Oh. Thanks. It's just a picture to me. That's all that it is.
Marb nods like, okay. That's another way to use that.
So that's what's up.
Okay. I was gonna try and write a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then I guess because Hava does know Infernal, d20 plus 5. Fucking Hava.
She's doing the same, but with her eyes closed.
She's doing it with one with each hand. She's doing left hand, right handed at the same time.
So Hava's kind of running through it, and then she's actually reading the section that she's copying as she's doing it, and she's like, Seb, we might have a problem. I think there's more threads. There's definitely more threads. It's not just the windmill, Seb. And she'll kind of grab the paper and kind of like put it in front of Seb, forgetting that he can't read it. He's just like, "What? I can't read this." It's like, sorry. It looks. I can't believe she rolled a fucking natural 20. God damn it.
Take yourself to whispers.
Yeah. So it's my fault for letting that happen.
To the open roll.
Yeah. So she'll be the east might be related to what's happening to the west. I think this plot runs a lot deeper. There's mentioning here of riling the big folk, the giant kin. Oh, this is bad. And Seb just kind of goes, well, just our luck. Big old plot. So, y'all are heading west while you're heading to the mills. Hava, see what else you can figure out about the east then. If this is a more of a related issue, then maybe it is urgent that these guys go west and try to stop whatever's happening at the Necromancer Tower. Do y'all have anything else? I honestly, do you have any concerns, any questions? What are you thinking? What are you planning? I mean,
if you're looking for more bodies to possibly help out, we ran into a group called the Black Purse out there who are trying to turn over a new leaf. You could send some people to see if they would want to join to help out in any way.
Be real careful. There's two assholes that are kind of leading them down the wrong path, and they may not be looking to make amends. So
Sarah will pipe up. Black Purse. They're bandits, aren't they?
They are.
They were. Hopefully they're.
Nope, not anymore. Now they're peaceful people. Because if they were bandits, they would all be dead.
Right. Why would they be dead?
We would make them that way.
We would have killed them.
Okay.
I say that with like a huge smile on my face. They're turning a new leaf, and they know that there's not going to be any more of that bandit foolery from here on out.
Yeah, they knew that they were they figured out that they were doing the wrong thing, and they could do something better.
Well, do you know how to get in contact with them then, Seb? Do we want to do this? And Seb will just kind of scratch his forehead. We do need more people.
I'll pull out the map that we made, and show them.
If anything, it's good to keep tabs. I'm sorry.
It is good to keep tabs.
I would say be careful mentioning the verdant cause around them. They get a bit jumpy.
No worries. We're the League. We're not the cause.
Yeah, I mean, neither are we, but something led them to believe that we were, and they didn't get real happy about it.
Okay.
They're probably just scared of outsiders that they can't rob. Something like that. They tried to rob us first, right? I mean, that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah, I mean...
why do we want to use them then? Wait.
Like I said, we showed them that they're pretty bad at it, and that they could do better. Because otherwise we'll kill them.
Look, let's be honest. Adventurers, we are a pretty weird kind, but having tags gives us a lot of advantage. It's just a group of lost cat people. What Tabaxis. They have a lot of potential, but they obviously misguided. So
there's a Goliath.
They know
and
that
a
with
dwarf
their
you gotta
life on
watch
the
out
line, they're probably looking for anything other than going back to bandits because they know their life will end there, and they don't like the people that were bossing them around, forcing them into that life. So I feel like it's an easy win for a couple of strong adventurers to take out a couple of guys, and then you have a surplus of people willing to help and owing you big time.
Yeah, it sounded like there were at least a couple dozen of them total.
All right. Marb and Davis, give me a persuasion check, or one of y'all can do it at advantage.
I'm not sure if mine's better or not. Mine's
I don't
plus
know.
6.
Help one or the other.
Oh, one of us should help the other. Mine's plus 6. I don't know what yours is.
Mine's plus 6 to persuasion. Yeah.
Your luck is shitty today. You've rolled your 20, so I'll roll.
Yeah, I rolled 2 20s in a row. You take that.
13 and a 16, so 22 total.
22. All right, 22. Seb is like, to be fair, I'm pretty sure half the adventures we have are the seedy type at some point in their life. Sure. We'll send Sarah, send one of our
Send that bugbear guy.
bugbear.
Yeah, I saw him in the. He looked like he could deal with something like that. It's he didn't look very important.
I think they told us there was like a dwarf and.
Yeah, I can look up the whole thing. There is 5 of them.
No, there were 2
There was like a dwarf and
leaders.
a giant.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about who they should send from the league to go talk to them.
Oh,
What I thought was briefly our rival group.
Gotcha.
So they have 2 leaders. Is that who we need to talk to, or are these the people we need to avoid?
Those are the people that you need to take out, quote unquote.
They'll
they're
need
the
more
ones, like,
convincing. Let's just put it that way.
oppressing. Yeah.
We're not a hit squad, Marb. It's not how the league.
I just said take out. I didn't say kill them.
They're
You know,
active
someone
bandits.
that can't walk is taken out of the picture. Someone that only has a left hand when they're a righty is taken out of the picture.
second.
You know?
I mean, the first thing that we did for the Adventures League was go kill something.
Okay, so we'll do this. We'll send the bugbears. I don't know who you're talking. Seb is just like, I don't know who you're talking about, and Hopper will speak up and be like, they're on the Eastern Front helping. They're busy. We'll just send, it's a simple request. We'll send a courier down there and make sure that they're careful. Is there anyone that they need to be looking for if they need to avoid these leaders?
a
Goliath
dwarf.
and a dwarf.
A
Dwarf
dwarf
That's what it
with
was. A Goliath and a
iron.
dwarf.
The fist
dwarf.
and Bart.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the dwarf had iron in his beard, I think.
Yeah, like
Okay.
rings and stuff, I think. Or clasps,
Gotcha.
braids and clasps.
And Seb will be, a show off. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Well, hey.
Hey.
We'll do that. Yours look nice. Yours are nice beads. They look great. It's when you start putting the heavy metals and everything, it's like, what's the point? It just starts dragging your head down. Like, what are you trying to prove? Anywho, real quick, guys. Sorry, I need to take a quick break to help Anita for 5 minutes or so.
Sure.
So we'll do that. We'll continue the
Water break.
Yeah, water break real quick. Think of if there's anything else y'all want to discuss.
Okay.
Black Purse is a nice little inclusion. Good job.
Yep.
I'll be right back.